Good morning, students. Just today we have to start with society. The objective of our course is that study society applied to health and diseases and nursing. The fact is that the health status determined by social factors. First, we need to clear knowledge. What is meant by society? What are the components of society affect health status of people? The term society refers not to group of people, but to the complex pattern of the norms of interaction that arise between them. Mainly this not only group, the group having pattern of norms and interaction. Norms means some rules, regulations, etc. Then components of society. Students, this is very important for us. Each component is used by the nurses for every aspect of nursing. The fact is that every components directly contribute to the health status of people. First, individual. Individual only create the society. Example, family created by number of individuals. Second, family system. The individual interact with family. Third one, religious system. 4, educational. 5, economic. 6, community. 7, social groups. 8, welfare or voluntary organizations. 9, political system. 10, ecosystem. For easy to remember, we have been living in these systems. We have been interact with these all the components. For easy to remember, I would like to logically explain. Every individual born in a family, every individual born in family. So they have been interact with first family members, such as mother, father, etc. After family, the family members, this having religion, belief. They went to church, mosque or temple, So after the family system, every individual interact with religious system. After that, 5 years over, every individual goes to schools. The child, So interact with educational system, interact with the teachers. After education is over, where will we go? After completing the nursing education, go to job, occupation. When you do job and earn money, which is determine the economic status of a person. Next is that community. Every individual have been interact with the community, urban or rural. Seventh one, social groups. Every individuals create the community and interact with every this social groups create and choose the groups. Somebody professional group, for example, nurses association. Everyone decide to choose groups. Next one, voluntary organization. They contribute to some voluntary actions. They support to vulnerable people or poor. Then everyone have to interact with political system. 18 years over, everyone right to vote, choose our representatives, MPs and MLAs, choose by the individuals in our society. Then ecosystem. Students, ecosystem is very important one. Everyone have been interact with environment, physical environment, biological environment, which make good environmental health, which promote well-being. So these are all the important components of society. Each components directly determine health status of people. Look at this picture. Individual is in the center. We are individuals, interact with these all the components. The fact is that any one of the components not functioning well or support to the negative changes in the components may cause to affect the health status of people. Then health and illness, diseases. Already we know that here we need to think about society versus health. Relation between society and health. What is mean by health? Well-known definition. Keywords: physical, mental, social well-being. Not merely absence of disease or infirmity. Already we had been learned in fundamentals. Then health, types of health. According to WHO definition, there are 3 types of health: physical health, mental health, and social health or well-being. Look at this. 3 dimensions of health. Concept of disease: communicable disease, non-communicable disease, and condition, medical condition. Communicable means a disease transfer from one person to another. Non-communicable cannot transfer. Example: diabetes, cardiovascular diseases. Communicable disease example: communicable disease example, malaria, cholera. Medical condition means which is not a disease, it's a condition. For example, motherhood and congenital problems. Then illness. Illness is synonymous for disease. The personal experience, their diseases. For example, how feel a person regarding their own diseases, which means illness. Disease means is abnormalities, condition, impair normal functions. For example, any abnormalities in cardiovascular system, which may be called as cardiovascular diseases, Then disorders. So these are the terms frequently used everyday professional life. Disorder means functional abnormalities, abnormal arrangements. For example, mental disorders, physical disorders, any abnormalities in physical conditions. Genetic disorder, for example, congenital issues. Emotional and behavioral disorders. Then functional disorders. Functional means physiological issues in body and mind. Disorders in body and mind, as well as society. Then determinants of health. Which determine health? Already we had been learned. Every components of society directly impact on the health status of people. First determinants are individual factors. Individual means their physical and psychological factors, or physiological and psychological factors. Familial factors means type of family, culture of family. Religion means type of belief. Educational factors, which means whether literate or illiterate. Economic factors, whether rich or poor or middle class, which type of job. Then community factors, whether urban or rural. Social group factors, which type of group they have been participate, whether positive groups or negative groups. For example, if a person participate with alcoholic groups, what will happen? Cause the diseases. Next, welfare and voluntary organizations. Voluntary organization do to empower the health status of people in our society. Then political factors. Students, this is a pivotal institution, political institutions determine health status of your country. They control all the programs, control the diseases by means of program and policies, health policies and healthcare programs. Example, child health programs by central government as well as state governments. Next factor is that environmental factors. Environmental factors are key factor. We have been interacting with the environment every day. A pleasant environment, physical environment, which means non-living things, mainly climate. Then biological environment, example, plant, animals, pet animals, cause the vector-borne diseases, biological, mainly microorganisms. Then socio-psychological environment. The psychological environment largely determined with society. When we interact with family members, pleasant interaction, good psychological environment. Unpleasant interaction cause conflict within the mind and cause stress and diseases. So environment is a key factor to determine health status of people. Then epidemiological triad. So this is a traditional model explain about infectious diseases. triad means three factors: environment, agent, cost determine infectious diseases. Look at this: agent and cost required environment. So environment is a key factor to cause the disease. Then agents, what are the agents? Biological, nutrient. Biological means living things which may cause microorganisms and vector-borne diseases, etc. Then nutrient agent. Nutrient means vitamins, minerals. Vitamin deficiency is example. Physical agents, non-living things, as we have discussed. For example, climate change. Then chemical agent. There are two types of chemicals: acid and alkalides. For example, over secretion of acids cause the diseases. For example, stomach. When we miss the breakfast, stomach may be produce more hydrochloric acid, which may be injury to the stomach walls, which cause peptic ulcer. So chemical is a key agent to determine this agent factor, key agent. Then mechanical agent. Mechanical means movements. What are the tools we have been everyday using? Some tools may harmful to us. Then social agents. Social means, as we have discussed, 10 points I was given, 10 components. Where we have been interact, that is a social. First, familial. The fact is that the social agents have been controlled. These are all the agents. Example, nutrient agent. If deficiency of nutrients, how to control? Should be controlled by family. And family having good food habits can overcome these nutrition deficiencies or imbalances in diet. As well as every agent factors are controlled by social agents, mainly individual can control, and by means of the cultural modification and lifestyle modifications. Next, is social factors control all the agents? Yes, already. Is social factors control all the agents? As we have discussed, it has been controlled the disease. Then host factors, HOST. Host means including demographic characters. Demography means the age factors, sex factors, male or female, etc. The demographic characters we will be detailed about, in the population we will learn detail about. Then biological characteristics. Biology means the living things, whether how many pets and animals nearby, then plant nearby, etc. As well as microorganisms, hygienic factors, etc. Then social and economical characteristics. Economic means this kind of job which is determine how much and money and living conditions. Then environmental factors. Physical environment, biological environment, psychosocial environment, as we have discussed, well known. Then healthcare. The healthcare is an important concept which have been using every day our professional lives. Healthcare means the care given to the communities, society. A three level of care: primary, secondary, and tertiary, as we had been learned in fundamentals in first year. The relationship between sociology and health. Look at this. This is society. Society made up of 10 important components, which means an individual interact with these all the parts of society. You know. Next, health. There are three major types of health: physical health, mental health, and social well-being. Any difficulties in physical health, abnormalities in physical, which may be called as physical illness. Any abnormalities in mind, which is called mental illness. Any difficulties in social life, which is named as social disabilities. So each types of health determined by these all the social components. Okay. First, we are going to detail about individual and health. Mainly individual internal factors, mainly biological and psychological, genetic, neuroendocrinal, personality. Some diseases, generation to generation. Through genes. Then negative attitude towards self cause stress. So everyone should be love self and promote positive attitude to prevent the diseases and promote individual health. Next, family and health. The familial factors, mainly cultural, family norms, food habits, type of family, influence health status of people. For example, food habits cause disease. Unstandardized culture leads to communicable diseases. Food habits means, for example, saturated foods or fatty foods cause this cholesterol, etc. Then hygiene is very important in the family. Unstandardized materials used in the families or lack of clean water, which cause communicable diseases. As well as we need to think about relationship between the family members, which is very important for social health in family, social well-being in the family. Then religion and health. Mainly types of religion and types of worship, mainly belief. Example, negative attitude towards religion cause mental illness. Negative means the people believe that the religion may be harmful to us. So the people practice differently. So everyone should be positive belief towards religion and God, which help us promote better health, mainly to prevent various mental illness.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you define society? Keywords only.
Yes, sir. Group of people, but to the complex pattern of the norms of interaction that arise between them.
Excellent, yes. Excellent answer. Thank you for answer.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Rini Thomas. Rini.
Yes, sir.
Yes. can you list a few relation between individual and health?
Individual and health, family,
Yes.
family system,
Yes.
religious system, education system.
So society means this society means these are the components. Okay, for example, society.
Yes.
What are the places we have been interact? First, interact with family members. Second, interact with the religion. Third, interact with the school.
Yeah.
School. Fourth one, interact with after school study. We have been largely interact with this our occupation and job, which means this. My question is that individual and health. What are the individual factors? Intention is correct. Where we have interact that yes, improper relationship or interactions may cause the social disabilities. Mainly the individual concerning the internal factors. Okay, mainly physiological and psychological factors. Physiology means neuroendocrinal genetic. Then psychological means what we
Yes,
have been thinking, thinking, learning, perception. So these are the factors. These are individual internal factors, which is have been studied by physiology in physical study by physiology, mind study by psychology. Here sociology we have been study about external factors. Okay. So your answer is excellent answer. Thank you for answer. So we have interactive society. Our internal factors may be affected. Physical and psychological factors affected by society. Okay. Excellent answer. Thank you for Rini.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Veena. Veena
Yes,
Anna.
sir.
Yes. Veena. Can you ask question for me regarding today's discussion?
സാർ ടൈപ്സിലെ ഹോസ്റ്റിന്റെ ഈ ഡെമോഗ്രാഫിക് സോഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ
Yes, demographic factors means, for example, demo means people, characteristic means, demo means people, graphy means picture out. Demography means population picture. For example, taken a population and their population characters. For example, how many children, how many adult, how many old age. Okay, which is age characters. Then sex, how many female, how many males, which is gender characters. Then education, how many educated, how many illiterate, which is educational character. Okay, which is called demo, etc. etc. Yes. We know, yes.
സെൻസസ് പോലെയാണോ?
Yes, just like census, yeah. Which will be learned in fifth unit population detail about it. Okay. We will be learn detail about it in fifth unit. So which is called demographic characters. Thank you. Excellent. And question by Veena. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now end today's class. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day.